you're like millions of other folk, you got credit card debt. And if you're watching this here video, I'm guessing you don't want it no more. Well, you're in luck, because I'm gonna help you get it gone for good with 4 simple steps. Good day to you folks. Money Jim here, your money pal. Trying to pay off credit card debt, if you keep on using it, it's like trying to fill up a leaky bucket. It don't matter how long you spend doing it, you'll never get it done. So here's step number 1 to getting out of credit card debt. Stop using it. If you're trying to get rid of what you owe on them credit cards, but you keep adding more and more, you'll be chained to those little plastic cards forever. Tempting you to buy stuff you can't afford and probably can do without in a lot of cases. Thing is, if you can't afford to buy something now, how are you going to afford it with interest added on top? The answer is you can't. And I can almost guarantee them perks like insurance and air miles ain't worth it, especially if you're paying through the nose in interest. So you gotta stop right now. Unless you know you can pay them off in full each and every month, them credit cards off limits. Put them away. Cut them up if you have to. Whatever you need to stop using them. And once you do, it's time to move on to step number 2. Start spending less. This one's probably the most important step of them all. Because if you got credit card debt, 99 times out of 100, it's down to this one reason: you're spending too much. Now, most folks don't even know how much they're spending. They just buy until the money's all gone. But if you're serious about getting out of credit card debt, cut down your spending to no more than 80% of your take-home pay. And when I say spending, I'm talking everything. Rent, bills, cars, eating out, shopping, vacations, the works. Every dollar that leaves your account. Now, if 80% seems too much, start off with 95%. Then, once you got used to that, say after a month or so, go down to 90%, and so on until you reach that 80% mark. Heck, keep going farther if you want. By reducing your spending over time, you'll have time to figure out what you can live without and get used to spending less. Then once you got your spending under control, do you know what you're gonna do with that spare cash you're saving? Hold your horses, sunshine. You ain't gonna pay off them credit cards just yet. Not until you got some dough saved for emergencies. Ideally, 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up. But if your credit card interest is really killing you, just get at least 1 month saved up real fast and then start attacking that credit card debt real hard. And that's where step number 3 comes in. Pay them off by paying. Now for plenty of folks, they ain't just got one credit card. Oh no, they got plenty. So how'd you pay them all off? Well, here's the truth. It don't really matter how you do it. What matters is you get that debt gone. But if you want Jim's thoughts, I pay them off by paying, whichever one is causing you the most grief. You get rid of that one first. See, debt causes all sorts of worry and anxiety, and that ain't good for nobody. So get rid of the one that's stressing you the most first. That might be the one you've had longest, or the one you feel most guilty about. It might be the one that's crippling you with sky-high interest. Whichever one is enemy number one. Get that gone first, and then get enemy number two, and so on until that debt's gone bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Now, you might have heard people like Dave Ramsey saying you should pay off your smallest debt first. That's the snowball method, because you start small and then tackle bigger and bigger debts. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. There's another way called the avalanche, where you pay off the debts in order of their interest rate, highest first. And that's gonna minimize the total interest you pay. And that certainly ain't no bad thing neither. No siree. But as I said, it don't really matter too much how you do it. Just get started paying off that debt, and then we can move on to step number 4. Keep at it. Remember when I said the biggest reason people don't get out of credit card debt is because they spend too much? Well, the next biggest reason is they quit paying them off. If you don't keep paying down them credit cards till they all gone, and I mean every last cent, you won't ever be free of that credit card debt. So keep at it. Don't even go investing till you paid off all them credit cards. Is it worth stopping or reducing the repayments on your credit cards, which will keep on charging you 15, 20, 25% guaranteed, so you can invest and get average returns a whole lot less? Course it ain't. Makes no sense at all. So keep paying them credit cards first. Then you can go investing. And don't think moving your credit card debt around lets you off the hook. A 0% interest period might sound nice and all, but it'll come to an end soon enough. And when it does, you're right back to where you started, or maybe even worse if the new interest rate is even higher than before. Now, if you know in your heart of hearts you can pay off all the debt during that initial 0% period, it can make sense. But if you think you can use a credit card transfer to take a break from paying off that debt, you ain't fooling no one but yourself. But that ain't gonna be you, is it, sunshine? Nope. 'Cause once you start paying them off, you're gonna keep going till they all gone for good.